Here's 5 ways that your ego is blocking the law of attraction and you don't even know that it's actually happening. So it's really important that you follow through on this whole video to learn the biggest blocks that the ego creates to the law of attraction. We're going to be exploring these ideas brought to you from Wayne Dyer in his book, Power of Intention. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right in. Step number 1. The way that you block the law of attraction is this phrase: I am what I have. You instantly block the law of attraction when you think that you are what you have. That's the way the ego works, right? Because if you don't have enough money, or you don't have enough this, or you don't have enough that, I don't have the right friends, I don't have the right mentors, I don't have the right resources to attract what I want. Notice how that's one of the most common ways that you and I limit ourselves creating what we want to create in our lives, is that we think we don't have something. And because we don't have that thing, we can't manifest what we want. So the ego says, I am what I have. I am these awards, I am these accomplishments, I am these lack of rewards, I am these lack of accomplishments, I am this lack of money. And we attach to these things as our identity. And the result of that is, if you don't have the right amount of things, the right amount of money, the right amount of resources, the right amount of education, intelligence, and skills, and mental faculties, then you think in your ego you have a perfectly legitimate reason to not manifest what you want to manifest in your life. And on the contrary, you may have all the money you want, or the this or the that you want, but then what happens is we think that's who we are, and then we get stuck in the physical plane and we don't allow our spiritual development to truly unfold, or for more abundance to come, because we get attached to the money, or attached to the this, or attached to the that, and it blocks the next level of greatness from showing up. So my invitation to you is to consider this: you are not what you have. You can enjoy the things that you have, but you're not even a physical being. You're a spiritual being. You're a soul in a physical body, so you can't be what you have. And when you recognize that and you think, oh, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough that, I don't have enough this, I don't have enough that, well, who cares? Because I'm not what I have anyways. I'm pure spirit energy. I'm infinite intelligence. I am pure consciousness with infinite possibilities manifest in this human experience for the goal of my spiritual evolution. Therefore, I can manifest and attract anything that I want in my life. And if I don't have it yet, hey, that's no obstacle. Number 2, I am what I do. So the ego gets stuck on I am what I do. I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and she was thinking, well, I'm not qualified and able to help people as much as I want because I've been struggling financially. And I said, well, aren't you a lot better off financially than you were last year? She said, oh yeah, absolutely, 1,000,000%. I said, you don't think over the course of 365 days you've learned some new things that would be valuable to someone? See, your problem is you're thinking that you are what you do. And when you think that you are what you do, then you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. And then you lose. You block the law of attraction. You block your spirit. You block your true essence from ever showing up in your life because you're convinced that you are what you do. Wayne Dyer says, if you are what you do, when you don't, you're not. On the contrary side, you can have this very successful career. Maybe you can get very attached to your looks. Like, look at my hair, it's so pretty. Does everyone notice this? But what happens if I get old and I go bald? You lose your identity. What happens if you get cancer and you have to lose your hair for a while? You lose your identity. What happens if you're very attached to your perfect breasts and your nice butt? Well, what happens when you get old? You have an identity crisis. What happens if you think that who you are is your career, but then the market crashes or you retire? You have an identity crisis. You're not what you do. You're pure soul, spirit, infinite intelligence manifesting in this physical experience for the goal to realize yourself as a creator. So you aren't what you do. You're pure spirit energy, infinite possibilities, not confined to the limits of what you do. And that is so freeing, because if you aren't what you do and you haven't accomplished everything that you want to accomplish, therefore you think you're limited, boom, all of a sudden all these possibilities open up and you find yourself to be the person you never knew that you were. And that becomes real power. Number 3, I am my reputation. That is what others think of me. So that's the other way that we block ourselves. We think that I am my reputation. And what others think of me, well, they might think, I kind of look like a hippie. Some lady commented the other day and she said, you could make way more money if you shaved your beard and you cut your hair. Right? So then I could develop the belief system that I'm not professional enough to be successful. These people are judging me in this way. They're not taking me seriously. Therefore, my YouTube channel is limited in its growth. I could develop that belief system and therefore start to hold the image of myself not being an infinite being that has the ability to impact the lives of millions of people. And therefore, I could shrink my vision. I could shrink my goals. I could shrink the subconscious programming of my brain, and slowly my YouTube channel will start to level out and it won't grow anymore. And then I won't be able to inspire and reach as many more people, all because I thought that I was what somebody else thought about me. But what somebody says is much more a reflection of them than it is a reflection of you. And when you realize that, it's freeing. So let me ask you, what's some things in your life that you've kind of started to think that that's your truth and who you are, but it's really something your mom or your dad or your friend or your sister or your critic or your teacher? Hey, I failed junior English class in high school. I published books with the world's #1 publisher in the entire world. But I used to think I was stupid because my English teacher said I was stupid. She said I would never be successful. I couldn't be a writer. Why are you wasting your time? You're wasting everyone. I used to believe her. I thought I was my reputation. I thought I was what other people think of me. But Abraham Maslow, the father of modern psychology, says if you want to be self-actualized, you have to be independent of the opinions of others. So the question is, what do you think of you? Not what do they think of you? What do you think of you? And then you hit the focal center of power to create what you want to create. You drop all the illusions, you drop all the pressure, you drop all the fear, you drop all the worry. And you find yourself to be exactly whoever it is that you imagine yourself to be. You are not what other people think of you. Number 4, the belief that I am separate from everybody else. You're not separate from everybody else. I'm not even separate from you. I'm talking to myself. Why is that? Why am I talking to myself? Well, because everything is energy. Particles, Albert Einstein said, particles do not create other particles. Particles originate by virtue of a source, of a force. What's that source? What's that force? It's infinite intelligence. It's the universe. It's God. It's whatever you want to call it. But we're all a piece of this. We're not separate from one another. But we get into this belief system that we're separate, right? So I was talking to one of my clients the other day, and she was thinking, well, I don't make enough money or have enough financial freedom to be able to help other people. And I said, hey, that's the whole reason you can help people. Because I promise you, the same challenges you feel about who am I and who am I to do this, that person feels the same way. And if you sit with that feeling instead of avoiding it, you can find the solution to yourself, but not only solution for yourself, but the solution for others. Man, I struggle with stuff. I struggle with holding the images that I want in my mind. I develop practices. I study. I work through these challenges. And that's why I can make these videos and inspire you. So if you're saying to yourself, who am I? Or, I don't know if I have this and this to be able to help them. Recognize that we're all one. We're all together on the same journey. So the challenges I have are the challenges that you have. And if I can find some answers and I can share those answers, then they're going to help you and vice versa. And your answers are going to help mine. We're all in this together. We're not separate from one another. And there's no reason for us to judge everyone and judge ourselves in comparison, because we're all coming from the same source. And when we realize that, we live in this beautiful, magical world where all is one. It puts us in a position where if everything is one, I'm not even separate from what it is that I want to attract into my life. And that's what we're talking about on the next one. Number 5, I am separate from what I want to attract into my life. Now, this is a big one. And a lot of people start to get into this place where they think they're separate from what they want to attract into their life. But we're not separate from anything. Why? Because this camera, my body, the computer you're on, or the phone you're on, what is it? If you get a powerful enough microscope and you look under it, every single thing is energy. It's energy moving at a very, 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 very high speed of vibration. And the most minute particles are just pure energy. They're actually, an atom is more empty space than it is an actual thing. Everything is energy, and it's all coming from the same source. It's just different vibrational frequencies. I'm one vibrational frequency, my camera's a different vibrational frequency, you're a different vibrational frequency. We're all different emanations of one infinite intelligent source. And when you realize that, you realize money's just energy. So I'm not separate from it. Because you don't get what you want, Wayne Dyer says. You get what you are. You get what you are. You get who you're being, who you recognize yourself to be. If I recognize myself to be pure spirit, and therefore my qualities are pure abundance, therefore I can only attract infinite abundance in my life. If I'm coming from abundance, I can only attract great financial success. I can only attract great relationships. I can only attract great success with my YouTube channel. Why? Because I am abundance. I am it at my core. And when I realize I'm pure love, I can only attract loving relationships into my life. The relationships that stay are love. Why? Because I'm not separate from them. I'm one and the same with them. So the question is, how can you be what you want to have already? Because you're not separate from anything that you want in life. The problem is we're not in vibrational harmony with it. Because the energy of, I don't know if I'll ever make more money. One, that's implying that you're not one with it, you're implying that everything isn't energy and that it's not all one. So one, it's going to be impossible for you to make more money because you're not understanding the fundamental nature of reality and the quantum physics level of reality, where everything is one and the same but just has different manifestations in different forms. And if you don't understand that, it's impossible for you to be in harmony with it. Right? So when you recognize that we're one with everything and we're not separate from the things that we want in our life, then the question is, how can I match and sustain the frequency of that what I want? What is the energy of money? Well, the energy of money is it's not good or bad. It's not kind or unkind. It's a totally unbiased medium of exchange. Totally unbiased medium of exchange. So it's in this place of total giving. Right? And how do you make more money? Well, you do this thing called service. It's actually the commercial term, service. So when I can provide more service, when I can give unbiasedly to improve other people's lives in a commercial transaction, I'll be rewarded with money. I'm now in harmony with money. I've now recognized that I'm one and the same with it. I just have to step in and manifest from that place. And then it gets interesting, exciting, inspiring, because I realize I'm one with everything that I want. I already am the person that I want to be. I have to imagine that and start to be that now. I imagine myself in this video reaching millions of people and my channel growing every day and inspiring more and more people to help inspire people to realize that they're not separate from what they want to manifest in their life. You're not separate from love. You're not separate from wealth. You're not separate from freedom. You're not separate from this or that or this. It's all here now, baby. And that's exciting. All right, this is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com talking about the dangerous ways our ego blocks the law of attraction. So be sure to download my free success hypnosis below to reprogram your subconscious mind. It's JakesHypnosis.com, or it's down below. Hit the subscribe button in the corner, and remember, you're a spiritual being having a human experience, not confined to the limits of this reality, and all the limits that exist are merely a reflection of our projection of our own consciousness. We can change that at any single second. Hey, that's exciting. That's inspiring. Download the free success hypnosis. Hit the subscribe button. See you soon.